Welcome back. Right now, Jews around the world are mourning after a deadly attack on a Hanukkah celebration in Australia. In Minnesota, a Holocaust survivor who went on to become an internationally acclaimed musician shows us what can be achieved when ordinary people make extraordinary decisions. Samantha Fisher has his story.
Adam Hongorski's violin doesn't just sing, it speaks. A voice shaped by survival, now breaking the silence to honor the past.
There is no other person in the world who can say I have given my first orchestra solo concert with orchestra 77 years ago. And I'm still around. I can still play.
A Jewish boy born in Lviv, Poland, just as World War II reached its borders. Adam's early years were marked by separation and survival.
When you are separated from your parents at a young age, they will never be your parents again.
His mother, a musician with a Ukrainian orchestra, found herself trapped in Russia as war broke out. His father, hoping to find her, volunteering for the invading German army.
Because my father ran away from Germans, and the Russians put him in prison camp.
They left Adam behind with his grandparents in the Krakow ghetto, who were then rounded up and taken to the Belzec extermination camp.
With a one-day difference, I would have been here.
But not before saving their grandson.
I was left my grandmother, who was taken with the train here, and they left me by neighbors. They wrote her, "We are standing ready, packed, ready to go."
They wrote that letter to the family's housekeeper, who would go on to smuggle Adam out.
She decided to have me baptized as her own illegitimate child.
Katarzyna and her husband Jan.
And he was quite a hero because, he married a woman hiding a Jewish kid.
Gave Adam a future.
That was the happiest time of my life.
By 1944, the Nazis had retreated from Lviv, and Adam's biological mother returned.
She came back to Lviv, and she had no idea whether I was alive.
Adam reunited with his biological parents.
She ran into her on the street.
But stayed true to the parents who had saved him.
Until the very end, I always called her mother.
Several decades and dozens of international tours later, the former Minnesota Orchestra concertmaster planted his roots in Plymouth.
So there's no other place like this.
Still using his instrument.
It's a very powerful sound.
Giving power back to those once powerless. In 2012, Adam traveled back to Poland, where he honored the heroic actions of the Righteous Among the Nations, a group of people who selflessly put their own lives in danger during the Holocaust to help their Jewish neighbors.
And I'm full of admiration till this day.
Adam Hongorski survived one of history's darkest chapters, becoming a living reminder that humanity is best experienced in the light.
If it's not yesterday, if it's not 10 years ago, it will be maybe 50 years ago, but things happened before.
A message that resounds still.
It is the season of giving, and at one local school, parents are turning the spotlight on someone who usually works behind the scenes. His job isn't easy, but they say his heart makes all the difference. Here's Ken Turtle.
Every single hour of every single school day, one man stands between at least 250 underdressed Prior Lake Savage students as they navigate a frozen corridor between classes that span 2 middle schools. Dave Bellis, a 76-year-old retired cop and veteran of the Marine Corps, doesn't miss much out here.
Stay here, stop.
But this bitterly cold day was the perfect cover to slip one surprise past him.
I don't think he has a clue.
Katie Bengsing is a new middle school parent who didn't even know Dave's name a month ago, but wanted to say thanks after seeing his dedication in action.
I realized he's standing out there every day, several times a day. I actually said to my son, we should get him a coffee gift card for Christmas. Like, will you hand it to him when you're crossing the street? But then I had this thought, what if he doesn't even like coffee?
Katie decided to find out with a simple Facebook post, and shortly after sharing her idea with other parents,
it exploded. It literally exploded. At least 100 comments within a day. People, that's Dave. We know Dave. He's a veteran. He's a great guy. The kids all love him. How can we contribute? Let's do it.
At least 200 families donated, and on Friday, most of them showed up in person to deliver that surprise.
Battery operated, rechargeable, high visibility, jacket to keep you warm.
Cold weather gear came with hundreds of dollars in gift cards and a special night out on ice, of course.
Also, the Minnesota Wild want to give you guys a game day experience. So you'll maybe ride the Zamboni, maybe go on the Jumbotron.
And that wasn't even the biggest surprise.
Toro actually donated this snowblower. When they heard what we were doing, the Toro company said, we want to give Dave this snowblower.
It's hard to believe. I don't know that I've ever felt that what I do here is that important.
But all he had to do was ask around.
It's just super respectful and kind.
Every single day he's there, and I can't imagine our school without him there.
Whenever you see him, your face just glows up. You can't not like him. He's just a great guy.
Believe me, they mean more to me than I mean to them. And I'm what to say. Thank you all.
Well, if that's not the best thing you've seen in a long time, woo! Dave's dedication and kind heart are not limited to the school. He and his wife spent countless hours helping provide care and support to homeless veterans throughout the community. That snowblower, by the way, will help ensure that the mission continues. He says his old one caught fire after this last snowstorm. They had to haul it away, so that's definitely going to come in handy. Good job, friends out there. All right, stick with us. More news and weather coming up after the break.